Hey everyone, I'm laying in bed to do these two reviews because they're films I've seen, but I just want to do like a little discussion of them, sort of like how I've done with the car ride home ones that are like 3 to 4 minutes long. That's what I want to do for these together. So first, I want to talk about E.T., the 40th anniversary IMAX experience. I went to the Parks Mall at Arlington to go see this in IMAX with a couple of friends and one of my friend's parents, and it's amazing. I forget how much I love this movie. Sometimes I think it's good. I used to always say like, oh, this is a good movie, it's a classic. Of course, you have to own it on Blu-ray, you've seen it a few times as a kid, but I've never really cried during it, I've never felt like a huge emotional attachment, but honestly I think now I'm free to admit that it's a perfect movie. It's stellar. It's beautiful looking, it's a really beautiful message and heartwarming story. A lot of things you have to give credit for came from this, and that set up so much of a career and definitely defined part of the 80s genre of blockbusters. This was one of the films to do that. And you have to appreciate what it has moved forward to through that as a legacy thing. And I really appreciate it, and I think that it's amazing. I would give it a 10 out of 10, no fucking doubt in my mind. Yeah, I love it. And then, secondly, this one I'm going to talk a little bit more about is Coraline. I have not seen this probably since I was about 10 years old? 9? Probably about 9 or 10. And I used to think it was always pretty good. I saw it like once or twice. Around the time Paranorman came out was when I last watched it to get ready for Paranorman. And I thought Paranorman as a kid was funnier, more interesting. And sadly, to people out there, I still stand by thinking Paranorman's the best film Laika has made. I think it's really funny, cool message, and it deals with a person who loves horror movies. That's just like so cool. And Coraline, maybe more as a character, has more influence and a lot more to pop culture. I mean, Coraline's a huge film to a very certain demographic. About 70% of the audience there, you're like, yep, you're the people who go see Coraline in theaters. But I wanted to see it again in theaters because I haven't seen it in a while, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. It does have a unique style. Every frame is quite beautiful, and there's so many ideas here that just fucking absolutely work. And it's very creative. I think that the humor in it is very good. I quite enjoy Keith David's cat. I love the two undergirl actresses who live in the basement. I love Ian McShane's character who does jumping and circus things, and he has jumping rats. Or sorry, jumping mice. There's just a lot of creativity and world building. The thing is, I wish they built that world up better, and I wish that there was more emotional development to a lot of the characters. You never really feel the connections for her main parents. They are there for her, but it's slightly lacking. There are sweet moments here and there, but I do think it's a little underdeveloped, and it can move slow at times. The first 50 minutes is almost no story. It has some setups and hints of things that come in the future, but it's more so just vibes and a few humorous jokes. But I think once the movie picks up to that point, it's way more enjoyable. So honestly speaking, I would give Coraline, after having seen it again recently, I would given it back then probably like a 6 as a kid. It was only a solid movie as a kid, but I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 now. It is very, very good, and I do think you should see it, but I would probably give Paranorman my 8 out of 10 and keep it as my peak. I think this is close to as good, but it doesn't hit with me as much as Paranorman does. But very happy to have seen it in theaters. I have the huge collection from Scream Factory of all the Blu-ray remasters of the Laika films, and they look really nice all on a shelf together, and the quality of them is nice, so if I ever feel in the mood, I could easily go back to Coraline and Paranorman in a double feature near Halloween, because they do fit very well together. So, yes, E.T. is back in theaters still for quite, I think like another week. It will be in standard theaters. Right now it's in IMAX. If you want to see E.T. in theaters, do it fucking now. Now is seriously the time to go see it. It's a great movie, great experience. And Coraline, I think it was only back for that one day as a Fathom event, and it was nearly sold out in that entire theater, and it was a decent-sized theater. Fathom events do not normally sell out near me, unless it's like a new movie that like Clerks 3 or like something like that would maybe sell out for on the first day. But yeah, it was cool to see that it sold out, and you should definitely go watch Coraline at home. It's a fun movie, definitely good around Halloween time, and E.T.'s a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. Yeah, see it while it's in theaters. That's all I have to say. Upcoming videos, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies review very soon. Very, very soon. Not like today, but very soon. So, get ready for that. And yeah, like and subscribe. I need to say that now because I want to hit 60 subscribers. Please let me hit 60 subscribers. Okay, bye.